This was a much anticipated border derby between Melrose, who hadn't won at home this season, and Kelso, who hadn't won away. And it was Kelso who struck first, with big Terry Logan getting over the line from close range to put the visitors in front with a converted try. And soon after, Jack Utterson scrambled over to double the Kelso lead. Melrose needed to get a foothold back in the game, and after a good period of pressure, they worked their way up to the Kelso line, and from there the experienced scrum half Bruce Colvin darted over to get a try back, converted by Kieran Clark. The Melrose tails were up, and Luke Townsend put in a deft little kick for new winger Corey Goldsborough to latch onto, and after a bit of juggling he powered his way to the line, and with Kieran Clark scoring the conversion from the touchline, it was all square at 14 apiece. Before the break, a good passage of play saw Kelso move the ball wide to left winger Robbie Tweedy. He was stopped by Hamish Weir, but managed to offload to fullback Archie Barber, who went in at the corner, with Dwayne Patterson nailing the conversion from the touchline to give Kelso a 7-point cushion. There was still time for another score, and it came from another kick ahead by Townsend. It looked as if it would bounce into touch, but instead bounced favourably for Kieran Clark, who took the ball past Tweedy and Barber before Tweedy stopped him in his tracks. Clark got the ball away to Will Ferry, who edged closer to the line. Second row Angus Weir was in support, and his converted try made it 21-all at half-time. Plenty of excitement at the start of the second half when a near-certain try by Keith Melbourne was ruled out because referee Rory Campbell got in the way of Luke Townsend, who couldn't defend it, and play was brought back for a scrum. The best try of the match, though, was this one by Doug Crawford. Hamish Weir gathered a loose ball and Craig Fairbairn was on his shoulder. He found himself in acres of space, and Crawford was in support to take the scoring pass and race in for a wonderful converted score to put Melrose in front for the first time in the match. But Kelso weren't done yet, and when Bruce McNeill broke away from the base of the scrum, he passed to Frankie Robson, who was just held up. But McNeill was there to continue the move and dive over for a try bonus, and a converted one at that, to bring the scores level again at 28 each. Luke Townsend put in another clever kick towards the end, meant for Goldsborough, which nearly came off, Patterson just doing enough to prevent the try. But from there, Melrose drove up to the Kelso try line, where it looked as if they'd get the winning score. But they were stopped illegally. The penalty was awarded, and up stepped Luke Townsend to kick the 3 points. Right at the death, Kelso had possession in the Melrose half, but a Rolly Brett interception turned the ball over, and Doug Crawford kicked the ball out to win the game for Melrose. Final score at the Greenyards: Melrose 31, Kelso 28.
I don't want to say we're a better team, because Melrose, credit to them, they took their chances compared to us. Just errors. Hard to put a finger on it, but it's tough to take. That's bitter loss.
Yeah, 100%. It's been a massive one, desperately needed, and granted it wasn't a very bonny, but we got there in the end, so that was all we wanted.
And they made a fast start. They were 14-0 to the good before you guys came back in. That's a good show of character by the boys.
Aye, absolutely. It's something we probably need to knock off the back as well, to be fair, because we're going down early doors is always difficult to kind of claw back. But boys played really well. As I say, chat at half time was just to make sure we try and get those points, but it was kind of stalemate for a long time after half time. But now we'll work on that hopefully going into future weeks.
We started kind of well against Ayr. We got the first score as well, and we knew Melrose would come back, and credit to them. They got some good scores, bounce of the ball, but not real pressure. But Melrose just maybe we caught them in the hop, but they bounced back really well and came back into the game.
The home win was important as opposed to just a win, but off the back of that, obviously it does condense the league down a wee bit and whatever, because it's really tight in the middle there. So it's massive win for us.
It's 2 points is bittersweet. It feels like 3 points lost, but at least it's not no points. But I think it feels more like 3 points lost than 2 points gained.